Namaste. My name is Partho Majumdar. I am a student of Indian Knowledge System at Bhishma School of Indic Studies. The ancient Indian civilization is commonly known as the Indus Valley Civilization. The primary reason is that the first evidence of this civilization was excavated from Harappa on the banks of the Indus River in 1920s. As Harappa was the first site excavated, ancient Indian civilization was initially called the Harappan civilization. However, as archaeologists discovered more sites along the Indus River, the British archaeologists named it as the Indus Valley Civilization, or IVC for short. Since the 19th century, Indian experts prefer to call the ancient Indian civilization as the Sarasvati-Sindhu Civilization. The theory has been gaining momentum based on fresh evidences. In this video, we'll explore the reasons why the Indians prefer to call the ancient Indian civilization as the Sarasvati-Sindhu Civilization. Let us first go through the history of the discovery of the ancient Indian civilization. While wandering in the Punjab province, Charles Mason of the East Indian Company, who was looking for artifacts from Alexander's invasion of India, came across the Harappan site. He collected many artifacts and sent them to the East Indian Company. The British annexed the Punjab province in 1848. The Harappa site was plundered for its bricks, while the railway track was laid between Lahore and Multan in the 1950s. The Archaeological Society of India, ASI, was formed during the British Raj in 1861, and it undertook the work of finding the roots of the ancient India. In the 1960s and 1970s, Alexander Cunningham, the first Director General of ASI, tried to prove that the Harappan site was a Buddhist city, as described in the travelogues of the Chinese traveler Xuanzang. Alexander Cunningham published his paper in 1875. James Marshall was made the Director General of ASI in 1904 by Lord Curzon. The excavation of the Harappan site by Hiranand Shastri and Dayaram Sahni under James Marshall in the 1900s proved that the site was much more ancient than the Buddhist times. The excavation of the Mohenjo-Daro between 1911 and 1924 by D.R. Bhandarkar, R.D. Banerjee, and M.S. Bhatts under James Marshall's leadership proved a close relationship between the Harappa and the Mohenjo-Daro, as common artifacts like seals, scripts, etc. were found in both the sites. In September 1924, James Marshall announced that they had discovered an ancient civilization about the same age as the Egyptian and the Mesopotamian civilization in the Indus Valley. After the partition of India in 1947, most Indus Valley sites fell on the Pakistani political boundaries. When the Indian archaeologists wanted to create a narrative of ancient Indian history and its continuity from more discoveries in the Indus Valley sites, the Pakistani authorities wanted to script a Islamic history. Mortimer Wheeler, the ASI Director General from 1944, brought the Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro under the UNESCO care for its conservation. The Americans, French, Germans, and Italians excavate the Indus Valley civilization sites in independent Pakistan. Mohenjo-Daro was declared as the UNESCO Heritage Site in 1980. The new Archaeological Society of India, ASI, under the Indian government, worked on the Ghagar Hakra river system in western India. On this map, you can see the Ghagar Hakra river here. This is the place of Ghagar Hakra river. Now, Ghagar Hakra river is a seasonal river which only has water during the monsoon seasons. As of 2008, about 616 sites of the Indus Valley civilization have been reported in India, and about 406 have been reported in Pakistan. Out of these, only 100 have been excavated. The reported sites extend from Balochistan in the west, that is here, to western UP in the east, that is up to here, and from Afghanistan, western Afghanistan in the north, it's from here, to Maharashtra in the south, that's about here. There are maximum sites in Punjab, Sindh, Balochistan, Jammu and Kashmir, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Haryana. The most important sites are Mohenjo-Daro here, Harappa, Kalibangan, Lothal, Lothal is here, and Garhi. Garhi is a relatively recent discovery in 1963 near Delhi in Hisar district of Haryana. The Rig Vedas mention that the Saraswati River existed between the Yamuna River, the Yamuna River is here, and the Satluj River. This is Satluj River. So the estimated position of the Saraswati River is somewhere from here in the Himalayas. It is originating and flowing down this way up to the Arabian Sea. Since the 19th century, scholars have tried to identify the Saraswati River with the Ghaggar-Hakra river system. You can see this is overlapping with the Ghaggar-Hakra river system. Vedic texts including Tandya Brahmana, Jaiminiya Brahmana, Skanda Purana, Vamana Purana, and the Mahabharata mention the existence of the Saraswati River, which dried up in the desert. Recently, satellite images from ISRO corroborate these theories. Because of these findings, Indian experts call the Indus Valley Civilization the Sarasvati-Sindhu Civilization. Many Indian and foreign historians have rejected the existence of the Saraswati River. The main argument is that the timeline of the Rig Veda is much later than that of the Indus Valley sites. However, the counter to this objection is that recent theories that the timelines of the Rig Vedas are much earlier than the earlier estimates. The primary significance about the postulate about the Saraswati River is that it replaces the earlier theory of Indian-European migration to the Indus Valley with the Sarasvati-Sindhu civilization being a part of the Vedic age. In the mid-2010s, the Haryana government claims to have found a lost river at Yamuna Nagar using research and satellite imagery. The Haryana government plans to fill 100 cusecs of water in the riverbed. The water is expected to reach Kurukshetra, which is 40 kilometers away from Yamuna Nagar, without any obstructions. Research is ongoing to find the facts. The main hindrance to the research is that the Harappan script has not been decoded. Once this happens, archaeologists and historians can ascertain many facts. Namaste.